Something in my coffee this morning, perhaps. Oh. Good morning and welcome to Vision. I am so glad you're here. Can you hear me okay? Okay, all right. Well, we're going to celebrate being together today. Let's stand together and do some affirmations.
This is the day that God has made. I will rejoice. This is the time to celebrate. Lift up every voice. Enter this moment as God's own heart. Standing with joy in the truth of who we are. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now.
This is where Jim Mooney would do his guitar solo.
This is the day that God has made. I will rejoice. This is the time to celebrate. Lift up every voice. Enter this moment as God's own heart. Standing with joy in the truth of who we are. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. This is the day that God has made.
Woohoo is right. Good morning, Vision. How are you this morning? It's good to be back. Aloha. It's really good to be back. I'm still on island time, so, we're just going to go mellow through this whole thing. It'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. Let's pray in. I know that God is all there is. I know that there is one life. It is spirit. It is expressing itself individually as each one of us. It expresses itself in form, in everything in the manifest universe. So the planets and the stars and the suns, the ground under our feet, the plants, the animals, the minerals, everything in the manifest universe is the body of God. It is the outpicturing of this energy that knows of itself and seeks to understand itself in form. So we are that. And we come together to remember it for ourselves and for others, that there is only one thing happening here. It is the activity of spirit as each one of us. We remember it for ourselves and for each other. Each time we greet each other and say, I see the God in you. I know this is the truth for all, that all life is some part of the life of God. And so it is. We are here to transform lives. That's what we do. Yay. Right? Okay, good. So I know we have our online guests. That's what you're here to do as well. Even though you're not in the room, you're online, and you're here to transform your life as well. And what happens is when we transform lives, we wind up transforming the lives of others around us, just by our presence, just by our energy. I want to bring up, where is Nancy Graham? Oh, there you are. I want to bring up Nancy Graham because she has an invitation for us right, for after celebration today. So she's going to come up here and talk to us. Come on up. I know this is about the big Pride event that's happening next weekend? Next weekend. That's right.
Yes, it's next weekend. It's Saturday, the 19th. We have room for a few more people to walk in the parade. So we're welcoming more people to walk in the parade. And for those that have signed up, you can pick up your T-shirts in the bookstore of the sizes that you had wrote down on the paper. So, and after we do the celebration, we're going to meet at 11:45 in Marjorie's room, and we're going to make signs, posters, and that we can hold up and walk in the parade. So you're all welcome that want to come and join us, and we'll all have a gay old time.
Thank you. I like that. I want to talk about practitioners. We have practitioners around the room, licensed. They've gone to school for years in the art of compassionate listening and the science of healing prayer, and they are the ones we go to when there's anything on our heart, any trouble. So would the practitioners and ministers raise your hand? Here they are. Here we are. So look around the room. These are part of the practitioner, the plethora of practitioners we have here at Vision. So pick one out. See a practitioner at the end of our celebration. They'll be up at the front of the room. For our online guests, there'll be a meet and greet room after the celebration where you can meet with the practitioner and go to a private breakout room as well and get prayer support. If you've come with anything on your heart that needs support, these are the people to go to. Absolutely does, because we know that prayer changes things. We know it. It's on the wall. Let's say it together. Prayer changes things. Oh, that was kind of like aloha. Let's add just a little more energy to it. Prayer changes things. There you go. Absolutely. Prayer changes things. So please, please meet with a practitioner before you leave today. And even if things are going well, can they get better? Absolutely. Absolutely, always. So please go see a practitioner. We also have guest packets. If you're visiting Vision, if you're new here, even if you've been here for some time and have not picked one up yet, go do that. Pick one up, find out what's inside. It tells you all about Centers for Spiritual Living, which is the worldwide movement which we are affiliated with. And it tells you all about them. It tells you about Ernest Holmes, who was the founder of this particular movement. It tells you all about all the great things that Centers for Spiritual Living is and does around the world. And it tells you a little bit about Ernest Holmes' philosophy, which was, we are surrounded by a power and presence in the universe. It responds to us and it outpictures according to our most predominant beliefs. And that was the ministry, and that's what we teach here, that this right there, that this practical spirituality can transform your life. So pick one up, even if you are already a member. You can give it to someone that you know, say, here, go change your life, would you? No, you don't have to say it like that. But anyway, there is a nice quote on the front about welcoming, and so let's say it together for ourselves and for our guests. You ready? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. Absolutely. So now turn to someone alongside or in front or in back and say, welcome to Vision. I love it. Yeah, we're all chatty this morning. I think it's wonderful. I'm going to turn it over right now to James Vandenberg, who is our choir director, and leading and singing with our celebration singers to sing our centering song to provide provide our musical accompaniment as we move into our 5-minute meditation. Thank you.
Right here.
My name is James Vandenberg, and I'm one of the licensed practitioners here, and today it is my absolute honor to walk with you through this time of meditation and affirmative prayer. Please take these quotes with you into your heart and mind as we move into the silence, and we'll let the sounds of the bowl take us into and out of 5 minutes of silent meditation. Our first quote comes from Keno McGregor. Be flexible in the mind. This is what matters more than flexibility in the body. And from our founder, Ernest Holmes, it is only a new decision that we make, and with good-natured flexibility, we continue to reassert it until the seed time of our faith and conviction matures into a harvest of fulfillment in our experience. The memorial candle is burning today for, for Mary Plensner, a friend of Nancy Graham and Marty Martelet, and also several other members of the Vision community. Mary made her transition this last week. What we know is that life is. We just sang, God is, I am. We know that life is, and there is no death in that which is life. And so for Mary, what we know is her ongoingness, her continuing to express the life of God in a new way. What we know for all of those connected to her in love and in friendship, we know that each one is a center of divine peace. Each one is surrounded by this divine peace and love and compassion. And we know that even in this time of grief and loss, they are surrounded, enveloped, and that love flows in and through and as them and everything around them. Now I invite you to breathe with me as we move into a time of affirmative prayer. I don't know, I think today's a good day to remind ourselves that as we do this, we just want to stop for a moment of all the speculating that's going on in our heads about the world, about our lives, about our bodies, about our relationships. Just for a moment, you can pick it up later again if you want, but just for a moment, let's let that speculating go and remind ourselves that there is one life, one presence, one mind, one power, one infinite reality. We call it God, we call it love, we call it life, we call it breath, we call it by each other's names. I'm reminded of Emma Curtis Hopkins say, stop saying God's invisible, start saying everywhere I look, I see the body of God. I experience the life of God everywhere I look, for all is one. There is one. Being all in all, I know it is all in all that I am. I know that I myself am a center of this one life, that my mind is a center of divine activity, divine operation, that I'm not only an expression of this one life, I am a center of it, expressing into my experience. And I know this is the truth of each one in this room, of each person everywhere, of all beings. The truth of them, the God essence, the God life of them is the reality of them. And so I know that absolutely means that immediately available this very moment are those attributes we call wholeness, abundance, balance, beauty, order, wisdom, joy, freedom. I know these attributes are not just ideals. They are the activity that constitutes that divine presence, which is right here, right where I am, right where each one is. And the very space that our bodies occupy is the one life expressing freely and fully in and through and as us now. This is the reality. This is what's available. And our knowing becomes cause to our experience. So I am knowing, and if you don't feel like you know it right now, let me know it for you. I know the reality of being is the one life of God. And in that life is harmony. Harmony of body, harmony in relationships, balance and order in the body of our affairs. This is the truth of spirit. I don't say this to fix something. I say it because it's the truth of our being. It's the truth of reality of God as me and as each one. So I accept health. I accept abundance and prosperity of financial supply or whatever needs there may be. I know that spirit is the reality present as the fulfillment right this very moment. For our world, as chaotic as the appearance are, what I know is that peace is the reality of God present and available everywhere, and I'm calling it forward right now with this knowing within me that peace is the truth of spirit everywhere. I accept that peace as the reality of God demonstrating itself right now. I know it done. I know it complete. I know it complete in the mind of God, and I know it flowing into form and experience right this moment in each of our lives, each person's life. And I accept that that is so. I give thanks for the demonstration. I give thanks for the demonstration of peace. I give thanks for the demonstration of joy, of harmony. I give thanks for the demonstration of God as us right here and right now. And so it's with confidence and absolute trust that I take the human hands off, I let go, I release this into that principle that knows how to get it all done and is doing so even now. Knowing the I am that I am and what my word is. I let go, I let it be, and so it is.
This is a bountiful day and week here at Vision because we have a true musical master in our midst today, and also on Thursday you can come back and hear him. You know, someone who forges his own path musically, his or her, is very rare. There's a lot of us who play, you know, I play Beethoven, I play all kinds of stuff, theater music, but every so often somebody comes around whose musical soul burns so brightly that they create their own path in the world. And I have to say, knowing him for many years, that you could say, oh, that reminds me of a Gregory Page song. So please welcome Gregory Page.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mark. That was very kind. Wow. As a songwriter, the process of cathartically sharing my experiences and my struggles, you know, with the language of music, I gain a lot of inspiration from Leonard Cohen, and recently discovered that he wrote over 200 verses for his masterpiece, Alleluia. And I think about all those verses that we haven't had a chance to hear, you know, how that he threw these papers away and these verses away as you know, as failures, or he was trying to say something and he couldn't get it out. They weren't failures at all. They were just practicing to get to what we actually heard. And in this first song I'd like to share with you of mine, I had a feeling of writing continually before I got to say what I wanted to say in the way I wanted to say it. My hope for you all along has been take care of yourself. To your heart be true, sing your own song, don't follow everyone else. And may all of your dreams come true. And when you think you've lost your way, those thoughts are just not true. Don't let them shake, don't let them rattle you. 'Cause every day's a new day. Count your blessings, I say. Get out of your own way so you can move. Don't look behind and ask why. Our ticket is for one ride. Green lights and blue skies are on their way. Yeah, they're on their way. My hope for you has always been a real love you will find. True happiness brings out the best in each other. We both shine. 'Cause in this crowded world, that's hard to find. And when you think you're moving slow and everyone flies by, it ain't true, don't let it fool your mind. 'Cause every day's a new day. Count your blessings, I say. Get out of your own way so you can move. Don't look behind and ask why. Our ticket is for one ride. Green lights and blue skies are on their way. You break down, make it a breakthrough, and do exactly what you're afraid to do. Day and night, life is dark and bright. Together with your shadow, you'll get through. Every day's a new day. Count your blessings, I say. Get out of your own way so you can move. Don't look behind and ask why. Our ticket is for one ride. Green lights and blue skies are on their way. They're on their way. Yeah.
That's lovely. Thank you. Aloha. Oh, it's just everything is so lovely. Reverend Jean graciously agreed to start out our July theme, Rolling in the Deep, with her talk, Divine Depths, taking our spiritual practice deeper. And thank you for starting that off for us. I appreciate it. So today we're going to roll with it. We're just going to roll with it. I'm not going to launch into a talk about how easy our spiritual practice is. I'm going to say it's simple. It's simple. So roll with it. Ernest Holmes, in his July talk, July 30th, 1933, said, "I'm saying it's simple. I am not saying it is easy." And you know, the Science of Mind text refers to that as well. They take that Bible quote from Matthew 8:13, and again in Matthew 9:29, "It is done unto you as you believe." And Ernest Holmes made a real point of stressing that word "as." It is done unto you as you believe. And Ernest Holmes went on to say, no more simple and yet no more profound statement could be made. He stressed that word as we believe. Whatever can be done for us will be done through us, as us. All the time, that as. Oh, I found that we must become that. Right? Whatever it is we wish to see, we may become that. And on vacation, I found this, which I thought was so appropriate. I'm hanging it at my office. It says, "Be the aloha you wish to see in the world." Absolutely. Be that aloha. Be the love. Be the peace. Be whatever it is. We must be as that in order to see it. Become the aloha you wish to see in the world. As we believe, as we become more and more of what it is we're believing in. It's just fascinating, and it is simple, and sometimes it's very difficult. Ernest Holmes, in The Power of an Idea, said we should come to the realization that the presence greater than we are is cooperating with us, which it most certainly is. And therefore, we must cooperate with it. And our cooperation is so simple. Believe it, trust its guidance, accept its expression through us. Simple. Maybe not easy. Simple. But what he's saying, in other words, is roll with it. right? It doesn't have to be like hard work. You know, we're always thinking, oh, my spiritual practice, I have to do this and I have to do that, and it's going to be tough. And, you know, you get all those books, you know, on these masters, and they're all scowling in their picture on the back page, you know, and the author of the book is like, you know, this is hard. It's like, take a breath. Take a breath, roll with it. It's simple. It is simple. It would seem like it would be the simplest thing to do. Believe it. Just believe it. Trust it, and accept its expression through you, through your life. Again, really, really simple, but maybe not easy. So let's talk about believe it first. Believe it. That's what he said, right? Believe it, trust it, accept accept its expression through you. So when we talk about believing it, we're talking about understanding the principles before we can even decide if we believe them, right? We have to understand what they are. So it's about understanding the principles before we can even make a decision whether or not we want to believe it. So that's a mental thing. It's a thing of thought. It is a thing of understanding. That's why this is called the science of mind and spirit, right? It's like not the science of liver or pancreas or any other organ of your body. It's the science of mind and spirit. It's a thing of thought. We have to engage with it. It is universal intelligence. We have to engage with it. Ernest Holmes in Creative Mind said, how simple the process of creation is when we understand it. The Spirit speaks, and since there is nothing but Spirit and it is all power, it has only to speak and it is done. The Word was with God and the Word was God. Simple. Universal intelligence speaks its word through us. And since everything is spirit, in or out of form, our word then is the word of God. Believe it, trust its guidance, and accept its expression, right? So after we believe what we read in the Science of Mind textbook, after we believe these principles and say, yeah, they work. They work for me. I work them. They work. I believe that. Then we must trust it. Now, trust is the thing of emotion, right? So now you're engaging a different part, right? First, the believe it part is all in your head. It's all a thing of thought. And now you have to trust, which is a thing of emotion. It's your gut. It's your gut feeling. In order to trust, we have to develop faith in something we cannot see in order to believe it can manifest something we can see. Make sense? Absolutely. That takes faith. And that's the thing of emotion. That's the love and the law, right? That's what Ernest Holmes was talking about. In order to trust, we have to develop faith in something we cannot see in order to believe it can manifest something we can see. And in Words That Heal Today, Ernest Holmes said, this simple act of faith becomes a channel for the divine life to flow through us. Just that simple act of faith, right? It's like the greasing the wheels of manifestation. So we have thoughts, feelings, we develop trust, we become more faithful, and then we accept. It's that simple. But how simple is it sometimes for us to have faith in, right? Something. How easy is that? I think for some of us in the past, we put our faith in things that disappointed us. Maybe when we were little, we could have put our faith in parents who let us down or betrayed us, or siblings or significant others that turned their backs on us or betrayed us or let us down, or we have misplaced our faith in people who weren't worthy of that faith in them. We put our faith in companies. We put our faith in bosses or countries leaders, or, inevitably they let us down by promises unfulfilled or expectations unmet. So then you're like, well, I can't trust anybody, right? Have no faith in anything. We come away thinking there's something wrong with faith, or there's something wrong with trusting, or there's something wrong with us, right? Because it's like, hey, I put my faith in, and it didn't work. But it's really about what we're putting our faith into, what we're putting our trust into. It's really about putting our faith in the things of the world and not in God. Ernest Holmes said, why is it so difficult for us to have faith? The answer is simple enough. We're weighted down with experiences that contradict faith. It's not easy to turn from negative conditions to a positive faith in God, right? After all the times we are betrayed and let down and misled, it's difficult to develop that faith muscle, but we got to put it in the right place. We have to put it in God. He said, carefully, we should cultivate the smallest little spark of faith, and we should always be reminding ourselves that there is a power upon which we may rely. We must throw ourselves with complete abandonment into this power, for it will never fail us, because we're putting our faith in the right place. Faith in spirit is never, ever misplaced faith. Right? So we have to withdraw our faith from those, people are messy. People are messy, love them anyway. But people are messy, they let us down, they betray us. Companies, turn their backs on us, and we get fired for no reason. All kinds of things happen in the world. And if we put our faith there, we get what we get. But faith in God is never misplaced. Believe in the teaching, trust in the Spirit, and then accept the manifestation. That's what Ernest had said. And don't let your misplaced faith in the conditions of the world damage your faith in God. Right? Because God will never let us down. It will never be misplaced faith. And practicing our faith in spirit is just like any other practice. It takes time. It takes attention. It's like going to the gym. Right? You don't just go once and go, well, that's done. You go every day, you go every other day or whatever. You make it a practice. Like the best batters in baseball analogy, I love it. The best batters in baseball, they take batting practice every day, don't they? They're great at it. It's like, why would you have to practice? That's why, because they are great at it. Because they practice every day. Same thing with tennis players. They practice their serves every day. They practice their forehands or their backhands. Oh, yeah, it's finals of Wimbledon today. Anyway, don't tell us. Even the best players keep their skills up. That's what they do. That's the practice. And so our practice is our spiritual practice. It's reminding ourselves. It's doing our prayers. It's saying our affirmations. In the textbook, it says we should consciously practice having faith, just as we would practice becoming a musician. A musician, right? Where are you? There you are. Just like, you get it, right? You should practice your faith just as we would practice becoming a musician. We should do mental exercises to build up our acceptance of good. This process is simple enough since it finally resolves itself into a very simple affirmation of conviction. But there must be persistency until finally old thought patterns melt away and give way to new ones. And this is our practice. And it doesn't have to be like, tough and hard. It's just, where are you placing your thoughts? Be conscious of where you're placing your thoughts. Recite your affirmations. Keep your thoughts high. Interrupt your negative thought patterns and replace them with positive ones. Right? You know those negative thought patterns that sneak up us and bite us. So they just, those negative thought patterns. And they get into our head, and we need to have a strategy, right? To kick them out. We don't have to follow every thought we have in our head. We don't even have to believe every thought we have in our head. We certainly don't have to follow it down the rabbit hole, right? Because our thoughts serve us. We don't serve our thoughts, right? Who's in charge here? I remember that old joke about the old crazy, cheesy horror films, right? About the call, it's coming from inside the house, It is. It's coming from inside our house, right? The other night, I could not fall asleep. I don't remember when it was. Must have been Thursday night. I couldn't fall asleep because I could not remember the names of the 4 women who made it to the Wimbledon semifinals. Is that the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? I was like, I'm sitting there laying in bed, and I'm like, wait, who's the 4th one? Wait, who's the 4th one? Why can't I remember the name of the, I mean, crazy, to the point where I was like, almost ready to get up out of bed, go downstairs, get on the computer, check to find the 4th name, because I couldn't remember it. And finally, it was like, oh, conscious mind, shut up. Just shut up. It's going to be the same 4 names in the morning, right? None of that is going to change. Oh, my God. I could not believe that it went round and around and around and around. Talk about ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I finally told my mind, shut up. Just shut up. Go talk to my subconscious for a while. Would you please? Leave me alone. Let me go to sleep. And my conscious mind really did occupy itself by talking to my subconscious, and I had the weirdest dreams, because that's what happens when you let your conscious mind talk to your subconscious. Your subconscious whips up all those funny dreams. You know, the ones where you're naked, You blame that one on you. Anyway, and you're standing there like, oh my God. Yeah, let your conscious mind give your subconscious mind dream ideas. Remember, belief is a mental pursuit. It is. It's about our minds, and our minds are just cold and analytical and clinical, right? Keep your thoughts high. Keep them on truth. And then trust. Trust is, again, the emotional practice. Believe in something and rely on its truth. And feel the good feelings when things do manifest. When you've been thinking about something, or you've been praying on something, or you've been affirming for something, and then it happens? Or there's a movement, that points to, it's changing, it's shifting, it's going my way. Recognize those demonstrations. Recognize them for what they are. They are answered prayer. Be grateful. Practice gratitude even before the demonstration, because that's what greases the wheel as well, doesn't it? When we are just grateful in all things, the sun is shining, I'm grateful, I've got air, there's a roof over my head, whatever. Whatever it is, just be grateful in all things. And accept with gratitude those demonstrations, maybe that even don't look like what we expected them to look like. Did that ever happen to you? Me? Where you do your affirmations and you're doing your prayer, and something happens and you get a demonstration and you're like, what the heck is that? You get a demonstration, but it doesn't look like something that you had in your mind that you thought you were going to demonstrate. Doesn't matter. Be grateful anyway. Spirit is forever delivering from the invisible to the visible on our behalf. Trust it. Believe it. Trust its guidance. Accept its expression. Whatever that expression is, it is that simple. Ernest Holmes didn't say it was easy. I didn't say it was easy. It is that simple. That's our practice. That is our spiritual practice. Believe it, trust its guidance, accept its expression through us. Ernest Holmes said this in Power of the Idea. He said, it is simple enough to understand the philosophy of the ages. It is simple enough to come to believe that whatever you call it, there is only one power in the universe. There is only one presence. There is only one final law. It is good. It is love. We call it God. It is where we are. We are in it. Since it is present everywhere, it is in us. It is the same God. So we can believe it. We can trust it. We can grow our faith in it. We can accept its expression in us, as us, for us, through us. Just have to roll with it. Thank you.
Thank you for that. This song really needs your help. Clapping your hands, stomping your feet. You can get up and do a little jig if you like. I first heard this song sang by the Clancy Brothers, and I looked deeper into the song, and it was written by a gentleman by the name of Bill Staines. I'm not sure what he meant when he wrote the song, but for me it really represents inclusion and being welcome. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. Perfect time. We'll listen to the top where the little bird sings on the melodies and the high notes ringing. The hoot owl cries over everything and the blackbird disagrees. Singing in the nighttime, singing in the day when the little duck quacks and is on his way. The otter ain't got much to say and the porcupine talks to himself. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. Well, the dogs and the cats, they take up the middle while the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles and the donkey brays and the pony neighs and the old gray badger sighs. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom while the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do and the old cow just goes moo. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. It's a simple song, little song everywhere, with the ox and the fox and the grizzly bear, the dopey alligator and the hawk above, sly old weasel and the turtle dove. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. If you come this Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, right here, we can have a lot of fun together. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this Thursday. We'll talk more about that in our last minutes, right? Last word. Last word. And now it is time for our conscious circulation. This is our opportunity to give, through this idea of God's abundance. It is limitless. We are limitless. It's all one. So let's pray. There is only one source and supply. It is God. For Spirit is forever supplying us, supplying all of its creations with everything that we need to thrive. And so I know right here, right now, the abundance of love, the abundance of joy, the abundance of celebration, and the abundance of support is all around us always. And so we give our attention to that right now, that powerful presence of Spirit's abundance in us, as us, through us. And know and accept that it is limitless. We are forever being supplied by Spirit, and then we pass it on to the good of the world, and it returns to us, pressed down, flowing over, as they say. And so it is with great gratitude that we accept our good, we pass on our good, we accept more good. We stay in the flow of abundant return, knowing that God is all there is, we are one as that, and good flows through us always, and in always. And so it is. So it is.
God
that's so beautiful. I have a miracle minute I want to share with you. I got I got a phone call last night from Micah, our licensed practitioner here at Vision, and he said his surgery on his rotator cuff went super well, but it's his right hand and he couldn't type, and that's why he called. Yay, I love it. No cardiac event during surgery, which was a concern, and yay, and recovery went so well, he's already at home. He said there are some pain meds, but nothing big, He's just grateful for all the prayers. And he said it's a 4 to 6 month recuperation period. Yeah, right? But with prayer, who knows, right? So thank you for sharing that, Mike. I appreciate it. Yes. And now it is time for the last word by Johnny Kirko.
I miss the band. No, I thank you, Mark, for all your work and support on that. Mark is very secure in his being, is what he said, and I believe that beyond a shadow of a doubt. So, hello everybody online. We continue our meet and greet right after our celebration. We have a practitioner available for one-on-one prayer. Thank you for everybody who's a part of that and the team who supports that, including Victoria Kramer and who else is on that? Brenda. There's a good group of practitioners who support that, and so thank you very much for being a part. So tomorrow we have a Death Cafe here at Vision. Death Cafes are led by Reverend Jean Phillips, and she's going to be doing this between 6:30 and 8:30. If you'd like to be a part of it, it's kind of an interesting little setup. She puts tables up here, and what they do is there's like these cards, and you pick cards off and you talk about different subjects about death. So it's really kind of a cool thing. If you haven't been a part of one, sign up. She's got it limited to how many people, Jean? 30 people, and so I think she's already got 25, so we're really close to. If you'd like to be a part, you do that online and sign up. On Wednesday evening is open mic night with Jim Bianchi. We sing songs, we read poetry, we have storytelling, all kinds of stuff right here on the stage, 7 p.m. This Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we have a class starting with Self-Mastery with Reverend Lori Oberly Edwards. You want to talk about that, James?
Yes, Self-Mastery starts this Thursday morning at 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is a certificated class. It runs for 8 weeks. It's online only. If you're interested, all the information is on the website, or I think she's actually online right now. Hi, Lori. And so she'll probably be at the meet and greet, too, if you wanted to check it out. It's online starting this Thursday.
Thank you. Then on Thursday evening, Gregory Page. How about Gregory Page today? 7 p.m. right in the room here. We're going to be doing a fantastic concert. Gregory's, as you saw, was very entertaining. Comes up here and sings from his soul and his heart. So be a part of that. 7 p.m. right here at Vision. Also,
you going to show any movies, Greg?
Oh, you want to show a movie?
Yeah. It's multimedia too.
It is a multimedia.
And he's the whiz at that.
Yeah. Gregory's gotten really creative with some of the videos and stuff he's done over the years. It's very fun. So we're going to be showing a video. So we got a lot more going on than I knew, but we're going to be doing a lot of stuff here at Vision. But join us 7 p.m. right here in our space. Also, I want to mention Rhea Carey's got her show going on called Karaoke Dreams. She's doing it all through, I think, what did I say here? Through the 3rd, August 3rd. So she's got a show. Betty went to it last night. She's got information on it. If you want to see and hear more about it, she's got it also up in the area where we have all of our information. Then next week, Andy Anderson, Nathan Fry will be here on a Wednesday evening. They're going to be doing their music. It's new crooners, so Michael Bublé and that group of crooners, so they'll be singing that music. On Thursday, Peter Boland and Joe Rathburn. We are busy this month. We have a lot going on, so join us for that. And then we have our Art of Self-Care with Reverend Jean Phillips. So Reverend Jean does want to talk about that. Come on up.
Just to put it out there one more time. Okay, so it's Lunch and Learn Art of Self-Care series. This month we are going to be looking at the power of play. So we're going to have some fun. So I just want to put it out there and let you guys know. We're going to be looking at the benefits of how fun and creativity and laughter
really make for your health, healthy body, spirit, and mind. We are going to experience play in some very unique ways, including maybe some laughter yoga led by our Billy Francis. And of course, we'll have our delicious lunch by Liz Lem. So that's Saturday, end of the month here, Saturday the 26th from 11 to 2. And I hope you can join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Jean. So as Nancy mentioned to you earlier today, this Saturday is the Pride Parade, and this afternoon, right after celebration, at about 11:45, they're going to be making signs up. So if you want to be a part, they will be probably doing it in one of the classrooms in the back. But then also this week on Saturday, we are getting together to be a part of the Pride Parade. If you want to be a part of it, sign up. We have shirts available in the Resource Center, and if you're walking, you get one free, and if you're not walking, you have to buy it. So you get a free shirt to walk with us on Saturday. So join us. We'd love to have you. So last week I mentioned Gourmets for God, and I want to do one more thing. I forgot to mention Rich Poser and all the work he did last month for the Gourmets for God. Rich did all the behind-the-scenes stuff and making it happen. We raised $5,700. I know we had our first event last night. Lou, you had your first event. How'd it go? Fantastic, he said. So very happy about that. Good job, Lou. So we've got a bunch of events coming up. I know James was saying that Gary and Cindy have got some amazing stuff going on for their French meal. It's going to be really fun. So we've got a lot of cool events happening, and we're excited about that. Next week, Reverend Patti will be back. Her talk title is With Complete Abandon. Ooh, I know. It's very intriguing. You want to come back and then watch us online. And we have Mariah Angeline with the house band who will be with us, so that's good stuff as well. Also want to mention, next Sunday after our celebration is our annual meeting. We get together and we talk about how the year went, what's going on, and what our plans are for the next year. We're very excited to tell you it's a great meeting because it was a great year. So we'll be talking about all of that stuff next Sunday. Thank you.
We're going to stand up. I'm going to invite the practitioners and the ministers to the front of the room to be available for prayer. We have our affirmations to recite. They're up there. They are up there. Woohoo! Okay, these are good. They talk about rolling it. You ready? You with me? Going with the flow feels great. I am adaptable to change. All that I am is in perfect harmony. All right, number 3, we want to hear that again, just to know that this is the truth for us. You ready? All that I am is in perfect harmony. Absolutely. Let's pray out. I know and accept right here and right now that there is only one. It is God. It's having its experience through us as us in the world. And as we awaken more and more to the truth of our oneness as spirit, all of those qualities of God flow through us, from abundance to wisdom and everything in between. We are that which thou art. And so I know that we call upon any and all of those qualities whenever we desire to express more of them in the world, and there they are, just as us in the world. I give great thanks for this. I know it is the truth of us, and I simply let it be. And so it is.
So it is. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, together all are we. When we walk with each other, in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. bless, bless.